It's Monday, the 8th of May, 2023. Welcome to the Fast Five by Fear and Greed, where we give you the top 5 business stories in 5 minutes. I'm Michael Thompson, and good morning, Sean Aylmer.
Good morning, Michael.
Sean, we have 5 stories in 5 minutes to get through. It is a big week this week, so let's jump straight into story number 1. Federal Treasurer Jim Chalmers will deliver his first full budget tomorrow night. I know you're very excited about it, with the cost of living a focus, and there were suggestions over the weekend, which are pretty remarkable if true, that the budget this year could even be in surplus.
That really would be remarkable, I think. It would pretty much reflect much higher mining taxes and lower unemployment benefit payments. Anyway, as you say, Michael, cost of living will be front and centre, including up to $3 billion in money to provide power bill relief, tax deductions for small and medium-sized businesses investing in energy equipment. Chalmers yesterday said pensioners and small businesses will be getting several $100s in energy relief. Good for them. There'll be plenty of spending in health, money to take pressure off the hospital system, money to fund the fight against vaping, changes to pharmacy dispensing rules, and a big wage rise for aged care workers. In welfare, over 55-year-olds are likely to receive an increase in unemployment and rental assistance payments. It's possible job seeker payments might rise. There's money to keep people in defence forces. Some projects will be cut back in that area. Changes to taxes of super balances over $3 million, and more money for childcare, more money for infrastructure, more money for the renewable economy, Michael. Plenty of money being spent.
Yeah, we clearly know a lot already because the weeks before the budget are littered with leaks. But what are the big unknowns heading into tomorrow night?
Well, will the government do anything about the stage 3 tax cuts already legislated? Suspect not. Chalmers said as much yesterday. What about tax reform? There'll be an overhaul of the petroleum resource rent tax. Don't know whether there'll be anything on capital gains tax or income tax. Will the 2023 fiscal balance be a surplus on the back of much higher mining taxes? Interesting to see. What about economic projections? What about the national debt? How much is the National Disability Insurance Scheme going to cost us? Still plenty to look forward to.
Yes, I said that you were excited, and clearly you are.
Totally.
All right, story number 2, Sean. Can we talk about auctions for a moment? Because I would have thought that you could be forgiven for thinking that because last week we saw the Reserve Bank Board increasing the official cash rate by 25 basis points, that kind of buyers would be a little bit wary heading into the weekend. But auction clearance rates hit a 12-month high over the weekend. What's going on?
Yes, the combined capital cities preliminary clearance rate came in at 75.1%, according to CoreLogic, the highest figure since February last year. This time last year, it was about 62%. Incredible, really. Melbourne held the most number of auctions, 732, and recorded a clearance rate of 76%. Sydney was at 650 auctions, 78% or 78.5% clearance rate. Adelaide was at 72%, Brisbane 68%, Canberra 66%. Michael, certainly buyers weren't affected by the rate rise last week. It seems the undersupply at the moment is overriding everything else.
Story number 3, Sean. Macquarie Group reported a record $5.2 billion profit, helped by rising interest rates and volatility in commodity prices. So that's all well and good, but I'm a bit of a voyeur. I like to know what people are paid. And the top paid executive at Macquarie wasn't the CEO. It was someone else.
Yes, the guy's name is Nick O'Kane. He leads the group's commodities and markets business, and he made $57.6 million for 1 year. Eye-watering.
Now, staggering.
His area of the bank showed a 50% jump in net profit, mostly because Russia invaded Ukraine, sent energy prices sky high. Obviously, O'Kane is remunerated on results somewhat, hence this incredible pay packet. Now, last year he made $36.2 million, so we're getting close to $100 million over 2 years. Chief Executive Shamara Wickramanayaka earned $32.8 million over the year. I thought that's not too bad. By comparison, the new Qantas boss, Vanessa Hudson, she'll earn $1.6 million plus bonuses. Let's say she does really well, she could take home $6 million. That's still about 20% of Shamara Wickramanayaka's pay and about 10% of Nick O'Kane's pay.
Story number 4, Sean. I know you've been hanging out for a bit of an update on this one. Some good news on, would you believe, the garbage truck front. A few weeks ago, we talked about how Cleanaway, which is the country's largest waste management group, was getting its white-collar workers to drive trucks, kind of getting the managers in behind the wheel. It's now found a better solution, training female drivers.
Chief Executive Mark Schubert said a female driver academy set up by the company early last year had helped alleviate the shortfall in drivers, and he expects the increase in immigration will also help. Cleanaway has managed to fill between 20 and 30 vacancies a month across its business, mainly in Sydney and Melbourne. The group now has 166 female waste collection truck drivers. That's out of a total of 2,600. Cleanaway, of course, is huge. It runs 5,000 trucks, 130 local councils, 150 business customers, and it's found an answer to its labour shortage. Just look more broadly across the population.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense, really. Final story, Sean. Story number 5. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway sold billions of dollars of US shares in the first 3 months. Bought very few, it seems.
Anything the so-called Oracle of Omaha does when investing is noteworthy. So the fact that Berkshire Hathaway sold $13.3 billion US dollars in the 3 months is significant. The company now has $131 billion US dollars sitting in cash, waiting for a rainy day, the right time to invest. Amazing. It was the annual shareholder meeting. Buffett was his frank self. A couple of his gems from the weekend. Asked about Elon Musk, he said he overestimates himself. And he also says he thinks earnings will decline in many companies this year.
All right, there we go. The top 5 business stories in 5 minutes. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Michael.
It's Monday, the 8th of May, 2023. Remember to hit follow on the podcast. If 5 minutes isn't enough, you can find our longer daily show called Fear and Greed wherever you listen to podcasts. That also comes with a bunch of interviews, including today's chat, which is a fantastic one for investors. Don't forget as well, the Amazon Echo smart speaker range comes with Alexa built in. Simply say, Alexa, play the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed podcast, and it will play the latest episode. Grab yours now at amazon.com.au. I'm Michael Thompson, and that was the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed. Have a great day.